Hey guys, my name is Straho and I consider myself a computer caveman, mainly because I like old computers and IT stuff in general, and I spend a lot of time in my computer man cave, which is, as you can see, full of computers. I have been interested in computers for more than 20 years and I have collected some parts, and by some parts I mean one room full of computers, some parts in the basement, and all of those boxes and monitors here. I want to apologize for my rusty English and my video and audio equipment, but this is just a hobby, so I'm doing my best. That's my folding bed, in case my girlfriend throws me out. That's it. If she does that, later she will be begging me to go back up, because I really like it here. As you can see, I like Star Wars. At some point in my life I used to race cars. I like biking, skiing, and that's my epic motorcycle, which has its epic computer under the seat, and the whole thing is managed by a stormtrooper. That's the bench where I repair all my parts, and I have been supervised by Darth Vader himself. You know, it's not a good idea to make the guy angry, so I'm doing my best with my repairs. I also have some gadgets here, some old Walkmans, a pager, some mobile phones, some handheld games, and a 5.5-inch hard drive. The reason I have decided to make those clips is that I have finally managed to make working examples and collect enough parts of all of the x86 generations, which was an old dream of mine, and I think they should be shown to the world. I know there are a lot of people that do that kind of stuff on YouTube, but you know what they say, the more the better. What I'm gonna do now is show you the contents of those boxes, and then we'll go upstairs and I will show you my computer room. See you in a while. And I brought down some boxes off the shelf in order for me to show them to you. In the first box we have some processors, nothing really interesting. Pentium 3 era Celerons, Pentium 2 era Celerons, an AMD CPU, and the last of the Pentium 3 to our tin. It's a Celeron or Pentium 3, I have no idea. Let's see. Yep, it's a Celeron. Okay. In the box, this monster of a CPU with a monster aluminum heatsink, made in Taiwan heatsink, and it's a Pentium 3 Xeon in SWAT 2 package. Really heavy and enormous CPU, I quite like it. And in the box, some SWAT 1 to socket 370 converters and a lot of BIOSes for my motherboards. And in the second box, VGA Magic here. We have some multiple GPU solutions. In this case, I should avoid touching the PCI connector, sorry. Multi GPU 4 Cirrus Logic VGA graphics processors, communicating through a PCI bridge, because you need a PCI bridge in order to manage all 4 cores to communicate over the PCI bus. And I have a BIOS version 1.00G, and since there is no memory at the front, it should be at the back. So yep, some memory and some unpopulated spaces for even more memory. Another multi GPU solution, this time 2 monitor solution, 2 graphics processors, 1 PCI bridge, some memory, a memory connector for additional memory, and some memory at the back. And a lot of interesting cards here. We will show them to you in some of my episodes in different configurations. But let's go to the third case. And in this box we have some sound cards, some Ethernet adapters. For example, is this Ethernet? Nope. Yep, that's token ring network. I'm not sure if it's used anymore. This is that's a Ethernet microchannel adapter, 3-COM Ethernet in ISA package. Yep. And some Intel Ethernet. That's nothing really interesting. A modem. You know, you used to get your internet from modems long time ago, and your neighbors didn't have telephone if it was duplex. Okay, now 4 box full of these controllers. For example, this is a SCSI write controller for PCIX, and it's missing its cache and battery. And another controller, this time this is SAS, again for PCIX, and it's not missing its cache and battery. Actually, this one has 2 batteries, that's not very common. One here and one at the back of the cache. When the battery is drained, the controller automatically disables write caching, and performance will suffer from that, but this will prevent data loss, and you know, in servers it's not a good idea to lose data. So that's about it. Some other controllers. This is a Xilinx FPGA array chip for whatever Agilent decided to do with it. Come on, fuckers. Okay, not today. Yep, Agilent. And some LPT controllers. There should be some. I have no idea what is this. Atmel CPU. Maybe Eris. I don't know. That's about those old stuff. I forgot what are they for, but another Equinox. This is FPGA as well, and you can see by the layout of the card that it's FPGA stuff happening here. Yep, that's. Oh, what's that? Oh, is this a something? Oh, XDS 560 emulator by Texas Instruments. Interesting stuff. Yep. Yeah. Some optics here, and I should actually have somewhere here InfiniBand adapters, but I don't know where they went. Oh, an interesting write controller from the 90s, and it's using Intel 960 RISC processor. Yep, on a write controller. And that's about all in this box. In the last box for today, I will show you my hard drives. And the most interesting thing about hard drives, actually, I have a big box full of big hard drives and a smaller box full of small hard drives from notebooks. But the most interesting thing about hard drives is that I don't have any idea, any clue what's on those hard drives, and it's really interesting, like forensics, to dig around in them. If they're broken, fix them, try to read the information. If they're encrypted, decrypt them. If they're in write array, just try to extract all the information, because sometimes depending on what write level is used, the information might be spent on multiple drives, like it's the most probable case for those like 5 SCSI drives. Yep, I will show forensic stuff some other time in some other video. And that's about all for today from the garage. I'm gonna sort those boxes where they belong, and we'll go up and show you my computer room in a while. See you. Hey, I have finally managed to go back to my computer room, where lying around I have some motherboards for you. I'm gonna showcase those in some videos later in time, mostly when the gods of electronics are willing, because you never know with that old electronic stuff. So here I have some Pentium 4 boards, some socket A board AMD, socket 7 board, another socket 7 board, another socket 7 board completely identical to the previous one, but you better have two, because you never know. Pentium 3 era socket 370 board, socket A board, a good example. That's an Albatron NVIDIA chipset, pretty nice board it was at the time. Some 486s with Vessel local bus, interesting stuff. I'm gonna show it in a couple of weeks. And that's a socket 7 board, old ISS one, socket 5 in Baby 80 form factor. That's a SWAT 1 board, Intel Backix chipset with integrated NVIDIA graphics. The earliest Pentium 4 boards with rambus memory, those were not successful and they were actually slow. That's another SWAT 1 for Pentium 2 and the earliest Celeron's, and that's socket 7 with integrated 2MB ATI, 1MB expandable to 2, and it's been populated for the maximum capacity. At the corner I have at the bottom there is Soviet era Private 16, that's IBM XT clone, and lying on it there is a Private 8M, that's Apple II clone, and that is EGA graphics card, 8-bit, and both of those work, but I'm gonna show them to you when the monitor is ready. The monitor is not working, monochrome monitor, but I'm gonna finish it in a couple of days and then I'm gonna shoot some videos. Here my computer is looking for aliens when I'm not doing anything with it. Next to it, that's my test bench, and I'm currently testing a 386 with a magnificent 117 megabytes drive. That's a graphics card and a lot of input-output controllers. Some of them are not working, but I'm gonna fix them when I'm ready. I'm gonna shoot my first proper video, and that's my magnificent IKEA Logitech macro system. It's made from a modified lamp, and attached to it there is a Logitech HD camera. I'm using this to shoot macro images and videos. And that's my oscilloscope. I'm probing around to see what's working and what's not. Here I have Internet of Things thingy. I'm playing with it when I have time. Another one. I'm using it to control stuff in my home. That's some new computers. They are not interesting. Here we have 286. Pretty nice 286. I'm gonna show it to you, both with Windows 2.0. That's the case I'm gonna use with the 386. And here I also have some storage options, actually magneto optical drives, some zip drives, some tape drives, and a lot of floppies. You know, floppies break often, so you should have a lot of them. That's a Pentium 1 and Pentium 2 side by side, interesting machines in pretty nice condition. I'm gonna show those at some point. That's a floppy controller and floppy disk drive, some old notebooks, some adapters, and on the table early 90s, late 80s Macintoshes. They both work. We'll show them definitely. And that's my wall of old school IT stuff here, with some old mouses, some gaming magazines from the 90s, and of course again a calendar with my car, my racing car. I have sold it. And on the picture those are parts broken by me racing. And here you can see another computer, of course, old computer. We'll show those to you. They're pretty interesting as well. Nevertheless, they're computers. And that's all, folks. Hope you liked that video. I'm gonna drop that video in a couple of days of the 386. If you liked my video, just press the like button. If you don't like it, dislike it. If you like the idea of my channel, you can subscribe. And if you want to comment something, if you don't like something, if you think that I can do something better or I have made a mistake, just drop a comment and I'll do my best to reply. Okay, thanks for watching and see you in a couple of days.